It's the Gracie Jane Show. Yeah, I got my own show. Welcome to my world. You got your geek bar out. Everybody always has a vape on this show.
Hey.
I don't know. It says so much about our community.
I mean, everything's so fucking illegal back in Korea, so everyone's a nicotine addict and an alcoholic.
Yeah.
I happen to be both. Well, not really, but
I mean, I feel like when you're young, it's like all of a sudden you're having a drink because you have an event, and it's like all of a sudden, boom, alcoholic.
well, it's also like I've been working in nightlife since I'm like 15.
Wow.
And it's like, and that's how I learned how to drink, which helps me because I'm not like a messy drunk because I always have to be like at work drinking. So like I control myself, but also, I mean, when you're in nightlife like that, especially from that age, like you kind of have to depend on something, especially in Korea.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I noticed like in Japan, excuse me, let's go. I know Japan is, I've been to Korea, and I
Yeah.
want to tell you about my experience
Seoul?
there. Loved it, yes.
Period.
But I did notice in Japan, girl, everyone's functioning alcoholics.
Yeah.
Everyone. I mean,
Even if you're not like working nightlife or like going out and stuff, like you have to socially drink at like any social settings.
Yeah.
Like really, like at work, like you go out after working, and it's just like that's kind of a way to like get a promotion and everything. So you kind of have to drink.
it seems so built into the culture
Yeah,
there.
it is.
It's wild. Well, anyway, I just want to welcome to the show none other than Hoso Terratoma.
I am so excited. How are you doing today?
Oh, I'm happy now. I'm so glad you're here. Well,
I am
actually,
so glad
I'm doing good
here.
today. I had a good day otherwise.
Okay,
but
period.
I'm
We love
extra
that.
happy now.
I know, and I'm also like happy to like hang out with you because I mean, I've been friends with you like since maybe 2-3 years, but like I feel like we've never like actually hung out one to
know.
one. So I'm very excited to hang out with you.
The first time we met was Jasmine's music video, right? Or
No,
was it
actually,
before that?
it was for a Dragula viewing party that I was hosting.
Yes.
And Jasmine, Cottontail, and Lucy were all there. And I think you lived literally right upstairs of
Yes.
that building or something. And you came down, and that was the first time we met. And you hadn't released Sugar back then. And then you, like, afterwards, we went up to your place. It was really cute. And you, like, had us listen to your whole album. And it was, like, super cute moment.
my
I remember
God.
that.
Oh.
That's always, like, such a sweet memory to me.
Oh my God, I love that. Yeah, now I recall. And yes, that was the first time I really knew anyone in the Dragula world, and I'm excited to talk to you about that. But first, I want to ask Hoso Teratoma. Tell me about the name.
So Hoso is like a nickname that I've been using for a very long time. It's a Korean synonym. It really can mean anything. It's such a broad synonym. It really can mean anything. But mostly it's been like since I was a little kid because I was into such like horror, bugs, gore, and it's like all of these things, and it's like very freaky. So it would be a 호러소녀, which is like little freak who likes freaky shit. And it's like basically that's what it means. So, and it kind of stuck as a nickname ever since I was little. So it felt natural to kind of use that as my stage name also. But now I also use it as my name because everyone calls me that. And teratoma comes from actually my chemotherapy experience. Because teratoma, if you don't know, Google it. It's gross ass shit. It's when like, and it's actually a thing where a tumor grows other body parts in it. So if you open up a tumor, there can be like an eyeball or like a teeth. It's wild, girl. But
Whoa.
the concept is that like I overcame my chemotherapy journey, and then I was a tumor that took over.
Oh
So
my God, I love
that's
it.
me.
Well, this is a tumor I hope never goes into remission.
Oh my God, please. I just got out of a remission actually.
Congratulations.
Because yes, that's why, because I mean, I've been a doll for like a little bit, but I wasn't able to start estrogen for a little bit because of cancer remission. And then 5 years after I got out of remission, like right around my birthday last year.
Oh my God, I had no idea any of this about you. What type of
Yes.
cancer were you dealing with?
It was blood cancer. It was lymphoma, actually.
Okay.
It was my 18th birthday present, so thank
Oh my, that's horrible.
Thank you very much. But actually learned a lot from it. Have a very high like pain tolerance because of it. Now I
Okay.
can get like a tattoo without blinking.
Now you can be the Surge
Yes.
doll if you want.
Oh, I know. I have no
Literally.
fear of surgery whatsoever.
Good.
And like honestly, now that I'm out of remission and I started estrogen and everything, I'm like feeling really in it. So I don't regret anything. It taught me a lot. So
Yeah, I mean, you had to deal with it. I feel like what a cool, I've never heard that story of someone who like had to postpone hormones because of cancer treatment. Like what a wild, one day you have to write a book for sure.
Oh no, for sure. Because like I feel like I went through such wild shit in such a short period of time. And then right after I finished doing cancer, I got on TV and then hit the ground running. And I don't know, it was like such a wild journey to get there. So I don't know, I feel like that would be a sickening book. So
It would be, yeah. It's not written yet. That's what
Yeah.
I always say. People, when they tell me to write a book, I say, well, I'm still being written. You know?
Right. No, literally. Oh my God, I love that actually.
So you're from Korea.
I am. I was raised there entirely. It's a funny story because I have dual citizenship only by technicality because my mom and dad was abroad. I was born in New Jersey of all places,
Jersey,
but
okay.
never actually stayed in Jersey because I was flown back as an infant. Grew up entirely in Korea. First language Korean. I'm a Seoul girl, just, that's my home. And then I only started coming to like the States actually when I started working with Dragula and I started touring here. My English wasn't even that good until like maybe 5 years ago, really.
Wow. Well, got great English now.
Thank
Better
you.
than mine. All my friends who like, all my like cunty friends who are super talented who speak English as a second language, I swear to God, they sound more eloquent than me at this point. I'm just so brain rotted.
You know what though? I'm such a special case because bitch, I sucked at school. Like I slept through all of it. Like I hated school so much. I failed every single subject. But like one thing that I was like very confident and like actually good at was like always language.
Oh,
I would just
wow.
like pick up on language. I can also speak fluent Japanese just from like watching
Whoa.
anime and stuff. So that's like a little special skill that I have, I guess.
Wow, that is
Yeah.
really actually super fascinating and
Yeah, but-
helpful too.
Yeah, but sometimes when I get drunk and like sometimes Korean just slips out and it's kind of really cute, but it's usually just like swear words and shit. But hey.
Korea was I visited Korea for the first time last year.
Yeah,
To
how
Seoul.
was
I
it?
spent a week in Seoul.
Period.
I was by myself completely.
Wait, last year?
Yeah.
When?
It was cold. That's all I remember. I don't remember.
I probably was there. Why didn't you hit me
No,
up?
you weren't.
I wasn't.
Actually, maybe I don't even know why I didn't hit you up because I should have tried to get more fun stuff to do because I didn't really know what to do that much there. But I made myself busy. I found it to be a really amazing place. I did go. I ate a lot of food. Okay, Korean food. I have to say, of all the world traveling I've done, which I'm still on my way, but I've done a bit, and it's my favorite of anywhere in the world.
Bitch, when I tell you, that's the one thing that I miss when I'm here. Korean food is so fucking sickening.
I don't play about Korean food.
And it's cheap. And when I come here and I walk into like a Korean restaurant and I get like a dish that I would get for like $4 back home for like $26 plus tips, I like look at them in the eyes and it's like, you as a Korean person, look me dead in the eyes as a Korean person, tell me that this price is right. Like, bitch, you better be not like, oh my God.
You just start like yelling at them in Korean.
No, like literally though, like sometimes because I'm like, be so fucking for real right now. But Korea does have really cheap, good food. And that's what I miss always when I'm here because food be really expensive here.
Yes, the Korean food took me there for sure.
Okay, what was the favorite thing you had while you were there?
Girl, I would have to be honest. I really don't know the name of it, but I can describe it. Maybe you'll
Okay.
know. So I went to this incredible restaurant. It was like these like kind of like mom. I always when I'm traveling, I have a food fetish. So I gotta get to the best restaurants, and I found this like really awesome place that this kind of mom and dad ran. They only had a few tables. It was like
That's
family
always the
owned.
best. That's always the best.
I figured they would like really show me a good meal.
yeah. Oh,
so
yeah.
they had like scallion pancake that was like
Oh, pajeon. Yeah,
super
yeah, yeah.
special though, the way they did it. I don't know how, but it was super good. And they had this like raw meat situation.
Oh, you quit probably, yeah.
Yes, and that must have been it.
Bitch, that sounds so good. Bitch, I just got hungry. Oh my God.
They fed me good. They were literally, I ordered so much food. They were like, "Are you sure?" And I was like, "Trust me."
You're like, oh, trust me.
Like, this is what I want to spend my money on. This is like how I live my life. I just need to eat all this food. I'll never eat food like this like again, most likely.
Okay, I'm glad that you went to like a rinky-dink place that actually knows how to serve good food because like sometimes Korea has like a lot of influx of like people traveling there and like people who are there for like K-pop and stuff, so a lot of tourists. So I feel like a lot of the areas that are like for tourists are like very gentrified and a lot of the places are like clean and really cute interior and stuff, but they don't really actually serve good Korean Korean food. But like, you know, the food is gonna be good when like the bitch who's running is like yelling at you, throws food in front of you, and it's like, eat it, and it's like dirt cheap, and it's the best Korean food you'll ever have.
Yes, I remember I had to try Korean barbecue there because I was like, I know what LA thinks it is. Is it the same? Like, I had no idea, which is not that far actually not that far off in Korea. But I went to another mom and pop shop, and this old lady who owned it, she was literally like, she was so curious as to why the hell I was there, because I just stick out like a sore thumb in Korea. And she came over to me and she was feeding me all of this, like hand feeding food to my mouth, and her kids were like all working there, and they were like so embarrassed that their mom is so cute.
Wait, that is really cute.
We were like talking with the translator. She was like, you look like a movie star. I'm like, I am kind of.
Girl, I mean, even I be feeling like that in Korea though, because like, I mean, especially being a doll in Korea, I feel like, I don't know, it is one thing if you are a foreigner or like a very visibly a foreigner, because they are like, oh, that's just how they must look. But me as a Korean person, as like a trans person in Korea, is like, bitch, when I tell you all these small tiny Korean women and me walking amongst them, like, bitch, I feel like, have you watched Attack on Titan, the anime?
No, I haven't.
Okay, well, let's just say that I look like a fucking titan amongst them. Like, it's crazy.
I don't know. I think you're so stunning. I'm so glad that you came today. And
no, I'm so excited.
You're famous as a drag queen.
Yes.
That always excites me when someone does drag and gets big with it, because it just, you can do so much from drag. Like, drag queens become, you know, musicians, I've seen it all, designers, all of it. So I love to see anyone, and I also think drag is like, the girls who do drag, they really understand just entertainment for queer people. Like, drag has been our entertainment for so long. So I love drag, and I'm so obsessed with your drag.
Thank you.
Boulay Brothers is so cool. So my question is, what was the experience like competing on a drag show?
Oh, I mean, it changed my life. I mean, I feel like that's a very cliche answer, but I did 2 seasons back to back, and it was such a crazy time frame because I got on my season also so young and hit the ground running. I mean, fortunate enough to be in 2 finales and toured around that entire time, being able to do like world tours and being able to find an audience that actually appreciates, because like, you know, Dragula fandom also, like amongst kind of the sea of drag that is now, because there's a new Drag Race season coming out every month, like practically, I feel like now. And that was like really good time for our season, because that was like right around the time that COVID ended. Everyone was like really craving entertainment. Everyone was really craving to go out and see shows. So our season really got the best of it, where we got a lot of traffic, and the tour shows and like everything sold out. And we just had like such a great exposure to people who were really excited to see us.
Yes.
So I really can't complain.
You know, I have to tell you, I really think that, like, so obviously shout out Nihuru X, all of y'all know.
Sister. You know, we've been sisters since neither of us were in the show.
Really?
Yeah, internet mutuals, but
oh my gosh,
we became like actually really, really good Judies like after we got
You guys
on the
have
show.
such power together. Obviously, you know, the world probably just loves to see the 2 Asian girls slaying together.
Okay.
And I love to see it too. Like, it just, I love the new era of dolls. The dolls all link up and they're growing together, and we're gonna see some like exponential growth from it. But I have to say, of the 2 of you, of Neo and Hoso, and I know I'm not comparing you because both of you are sickening. Something I appreciate about your look, you have such a way with eyeshadow. You have such a way with it. You paint like somehow, like you do the cool like alt new, like you take drag somewhere completely new, but you also sort of keep this old school drag blend and like shaping involved always.
No, you're very dead on with that, because like I am such a fan, and the way I do drag is like, I mean, arguably really new school, quote unquote, but I have always really, really appreciated the art of like pageant drag, old school drag, like the girls who like did it the old school style. I would always go back and watch old pageant videos of drag queens. Like even a girl who does drag that I do can learn so much from it, because bitch, the technique and like the precision and the grace that comes from it, like if you look at these videos, these girls are like feeling their puss like no one has ever felt it before.
Yes.
And I really, really always found that so inspiring. So like honestly, you're really dead on with that. I always try to keep that like moment of like old school drag part of it with me, I think. So yeah.
Yeah, when I think about your look and like Neo's look and like just the Dragula dolls that I know, because I know there's a whole bunch of them. There's more that I know, but these are the two that the show knows. I think that like she does this great. She goes so far in like the like, it's almost like anti-beauty like creature world, and you do this like different thing, but it goes so well with her look. Where you keep the old school pageant. Like I just think it's such a great combination.
Oh yeah, and we work really well together too. I've designed some stuff for her, and also there's a new thing coming out where I like designed a whole print for her, and it's gonna be part of her launch for her new brand.
Yes.
We work well together in general. Our tour was called Pussy Made in Asia.
Love.
It was really sickening. And no, yeah. Everything that we do together has always felt really natural. That's my sister. She's always looked out for me too, even when I was the one on the season, and then she got right on afterwards and won and finished what I started, I guess.
Yeah.
But no, I like love her to death.
Yeah, she's amazing. Okay, so also I know we also met up at the Jasmine Bean video shoot for oh my god, what's the name of the song?
Favorite toy.
Favorite toy. That was fucking amazing. Like
that was really fun.
What a fucking amazing experience. Shout out to Jasmine Bean.
Shout out to Jasmine. I miss them so much.
They need to come to LA like right now. And
well, they were
show.
texting me being like, bitch, if you don't come to like London soon to visit me, I will kill you. And I'm like, listen, let me gather up some gigs there first because I can't just, but we will make it happen. I miss them very much. But
I know. Jasmine's such a like just truly one of a kind, incredible person. So I was super excited to see you on the video shoot. And the concept was so fun to like.
I know.
Except for I got mad because, you know, okay, in the video, basically, the 4 people go to assassinate Jasmine. And I break a bottle over Jasmine's head. Hoso, what'd you do? You had
I had a knife where I threw it and then it went straight through their back. It was so sickening.
It was sickening. Then there was a bow and arrow and a gun. But I'm like, why did I have to do the beer bottle?
Okay, but you like had a scene of like making out with Jasmine for like full 5 seconds before that though. That was like arguably very impactful.
I know, but I wanted to throw a knife. That sounds cooler. I make out all the time on camera. No, I'm kidding. I'm so grateful. It was so fun. But yeah, no, that was such a cool experience.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. And it was like really fun getting to like, you know, Jasmine to like gather up the dolls. It was Raven, you, me. It was so fun.
Shout out to Raven Valentine.
Shout out to Raven. I miss Raven too.
Yes, she's around. She's around.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's been dropping music. Definitely check out Raven's music.
I know.
Everybody
just
loves
dropped an EP,
Raven.
I think. Yes.
Yeah, she's amazing. So you've now toured America or the world, or where has Boulay taken you? Or the Boulay brothers?
I've done like an extensive American tour twice, and we've also done the UK tour, and we've done the Australian tour.
Okay.
I think the UK tour was supposed to happen again, but I don't think it happened. But anyways, I got to tour like most of the world with it, and that was such a crazy experience. I wish I saved some of that money because, you know, I was like young and getting to tour and I felt like a rock star. It's like, yeah, let's go to that bar tomorrow. Like, even though there's a show that day, and yeah, we're in Vegas, let's go to the slot machines. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like, I was living it up and doing all the things.
Oh, you did the right thing with the money. Don't worry.
I guess so, but now I'm like, the tour contract is over. I'm like, ooh.
Okay,
figuring out.
I don't want to ask a lady her age. How old are you?
So, I'm going to say it. Well, I'm 23 now.
Oh, yeah, girl. No, waste the money now. You're good. Spend all the money now. Honey, go on another tour. Spend that money.
Well, bitch,
and
I'm trying.
then call me.
Someone call me with a contract, please. Thank you.
Somebody call her with a contract.
Yes.
Okay, so you said you're newer to transitioning.
Yes. So I have been like maybe socially transitioning for a little bit since I was a teenager, but like I was never able to get on hormones because right around the time that I turned 18, I had to go through cancer and everything, and then right after that it was Dragula. I had like such hit the ground running, go, 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 go. So I finally had like a moment to kind of like stop and breathe and actually think about what I want.
Yeah.
And I wanted to start hormones at least for a while. So I finally started doing it. I think I'm on like going on 6 months or 5 months now.
Nice.
So I feel great.
Oh,
They're
you
coming
don't
in a
feel
little
insane?
bit. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you don't feel like, do you feel ever have the insanity of the beginning of female puberty?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Bitch, I've been going through it.
6 months on hormones is horrible.
Bitch, when I tell you,
Don't
going
take
through
me back.
puberty again is so crazy. Also because I've had such a crazy past couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
And I've also went through like really deep shit too. And I thought I had like kind of gone over it, and I was like, yeah, I'm touring the world. I'm not sad anymore. People are cheering for me. So I've gotten over it. I like came like through it being a strong person, and I like overcame it. But then bitch, when I tell you, when I sat down with those hormones alone at my house again, I'm like, oh, actually maybe I was just keeping myself distracted. So I'm like, but actually though, it's like growing pains though.
Yeah.
So I've been like actually trying to process things while being on hormones and like taking care of myself, not as like a performer Hoso, but like, as a girl. So I want to actually like spend time to like appreciate myself as like a person and a girl before I'm a performer, because I feel like I've lived as a lot of people that I meet and the friends that I meet and the relationships that I have are through nightlife, so they know me first as like Hoso the performer looking crazy as fuck. But I don't know, I kind of like am trying to take care of this side of myself. I mean, I look kind of crazy right now too, but
No, but we love that. I think that it's okay to look crazy and be a girl.
Yeah.
Like, I love looking crazy.
Yeah.
Some of the best times of my life, I looked crazy as hell.
Oh my god. And, strangely enough, I mean, I went out looking like pretty similar to this the other day, and I pulled Trey, so I was like, oh my god.
Period.
Wait, I mean, okay.
Oh,
there's-
the trade will fuck it, okay?
Oh, they will
You
fuck.
you could look, no, and this is no shade because you're sickening.
Thank you.
You could literally, honey,
If you have a lash and a lipstick,
the trade will
and
fuck
like
it.
some sort of hair,
Yes.
Trade will fuck it. And that's the thing. Back during the Dragula filming, Bitter Betty, shout out to Bitter Betty, I love her so much. She's an older doll, and she has all the craziest stories, and she would always tell me, girl, the most Bozo the Clown looking, the most Ronald McDonald looking bitches will pull the hottest trade.
Oh,
she would always
honey.
tell me. And you know what? Like, I didn't believe her until I hit the road. And then, I'm not into fucking in drag at all, just because the drag that I wear is so much.
Oh, annoying to fucking, yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, absolutely. It has to go through multiple layers and multiple headpieces. No, I'm not doing it. But there were several emails in my business email account that like people booked me in, being like, hey, I saw you on TV. I'm very sexually enticed by your drag character. I want to book you for a private booking. And I'm
Sickening. Do you offer it?
I mean, I should have asked how much they were offering, but like,
Girl.
hey, but
I mean,
was
you
at
could
that
do
point.
private drag shows. I mean, there's nothing illegal about that.
That's true. That's true.
Little lap dance.
I know, and I could probably wear something less.
Yeah, oh girl, they
crazy
don't.
fucking- They don't.
No,
care.
that's the thing. But you know what they're looking for. So at that point, bitch, show up with no makeup on.
Well-
they don't care.
But you know what though?
They don't care.
No, but like if they are looking for me looking that crazy, they're probably clown fuckers.
Yeah, that means that they don't care.
Okay.
Like-
So like a clown nose and a bozo wig and it's just
From
like, let's go to go.
experience, I used to be, when I first started working in the world, I would like, every single client, I would like have some makeup on. I'd be really worried about it all. And then I got to this point in my transition, and I think you're definitely there, where it's like, honey, unless I'm getting like some money, you're not even getting an eyelash, bitch.
Oh, bitch,
I'm
you
putting
better
my
work.
hair up, and you're coming inside, and you're gonna be so fucking happy you
No,
got
that's
here.
realness though.
Like, that's just like what it is. And any girl will tell you, like, you don't need to, like, it's, and that is when they fall in love. I'm sorry, it is.
Yeah.
It's like everybody loves it, girl. They don't care.
And I feel like this is such a baby trans thing. Is I do get really nervous about being in front of trade or like a date or whatever without like being in makeup or like full geesh fit. I feel like, bitch, if I feel bricky, I cannot get into it. Like, bitch, I feel like Dorothy's about to step on me because I'm the yellow wet brick road. Like, girl, let me like not, let
We're
me get
off
into
to see the
geesh.
wizard, the wonderful wizard of trade.
Not the wonderful wizard of trade. Okay, but I feel like more and more I realize, like, as you said, that's like the moment you actually enter into like that phase in the transition where it's like, no, like it's actually I don't know. I don't want to say because I love being in like cunt and like geesh and everything, but like that's when you feel like but like I can just be myself and feel like a girl.
Yeah, it's
and
a lot of
fine.
work at the end of the day.
Oh, absolutely.
You don't want to have to do this before every single date for the rest of your life, and you won't have to.
No.
Trust me, it's all about confidence.
Right.
And I feel like for me in my transition, it's not that I necessarily feel like I'm that much. Like I look back at old pictures of myself and I felt cute back then, but I didn't have the same amount of confidence I have now. And so now I won't wear that much makeup. And I don't, the thing is, it's because I really don't care how I look.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's powerful though.
It'll happen. It happens for every girl.
Okay.
You see it in the world all the time. No, enjoy your young, hot youth, please. Like, this is the time. Okay. Touring America, what was your favorite state?
Okay.
Or city?
So, that's really hard because like I have most of my friends that I've made that are like actually hanging out with me because. Hold on, sorry.
No, you're good.
Most of my friends that I've made in the States are in LA just because I stay in LA. I base myself in LA whenever I come. And I naturally have more friends here. So whenever there's an LA show, like my friends come out and it's a key. But Chicago has always been such a great city to be in.
Yes. What clubs did you play? I'm from Chicago.
So, oh really?
I used to live there, yeah.
So I always, when I'm there, I'm in Berlin. Berlin.
It's closed now.
I know. I was so sad.
You want to talk about sad? That is where I became a woman.
Really?
That's where I met Valeria. Girl, that Berlin is like the girls who get it. Y'all who know, like that is where I first realized
Bitch, those Berlin
who
bombs
I was.
got me so drunk throughout so many.
Berlin bombs.
I know. And apparently I was part of the last Berlin weekly cast when I went there.
Oh, that's
because,
iconic.
Yeah, because like I went there and it's a show and they're like, oh girl, you're lucky because apparently they're closing next week. And I'm like, huh? What are you talking about? I've had so many fun times in Berlin. It was so sad. I'm sure there was like a lot of things going on, but yeah, Chicago's always so fun. I also have a lot of friends there.
Who? Who?
Oh, shout out to Nico. Shout out to Sigourney.
I love Nico.
Nico's such a crazy bitch. I love her.
Nico's the shit. I've been known Nico for over 10 years.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh my God. No,
I'm telling you, I'm OG.
Mercy. Oh my God. Irregular Girl. Like, there's too many to
She is
name.
newer, but I do know about her.
Yeah.
Do you know Ramona Slick?
Oh, yes, Ramona.
I
oh my
live
God.
for Ramona. Ramona, get your ass on this podcast.
Bitch, Ramona's so cunt.
She came visit me after one of my BBLs once.
Really?
It was so cute. Yeah.
She still lives in Chicago, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
She's the doll.
She really is.
I really love her.
Is she a doll?
No, but
No,
I mean,
right? Well, she's an honorary doll.
Yeah, exactly.
There's always girls that I'm like, you know what? You're an honorary doll.
It's the hose.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because the hose, like, basically, I mean, that's what being a hoe is. Like, you're like, okay, let me do this feminine presentation so I can go get my tip or whatever. You know, it's all the same shit.
The burlesque, drag. It's
honey,
like all, it's dollhood.
We're performing. Yeah.
Yes.
So the world, where would you say your favorite place is to tour?
Ooh, you know what? I was just at Hong Kong.
Oh my gosh, what was it like?
Just at Hong Kong, right before coming to LA this time. And the party was really fun. Like there was a really colorful nightlife scene there. I also went to Shenzhen in China. But the scenery there is maybe my favorite I've ever been to.
Wow.
Because so Hong Kong is like really, really tall buildings that are really tightly together. And they're really tall, but they're also really old. They look like they haven't been repainted in years. So, and the wires are all going through it, and there's these like 2-story buses that go throughout the city, and it genuinely looks like it's like post-apocalyptic world. Not in a shady way, because like I love the scenery of it. And like I just took a day to just walk around by myself, and I was like, oh my God, the city's gorgeous.
Okay.
Yeah, and found hot trade there.
Period. Hong
Always
Kong
good.
trade.
You always gotta try the local delicacies when you travel.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I mean, how could you not? When in Rome,
When in Rome.
fuck a Roman guy.
Well yes.
So, Hong Kong, you said. Mm-hmm. Okay, I love it. I've still never been to China.
Yeah, Shenzhen. I think Shenzhen's like more outskirts, but that was also really cool. Let me see. Oh, Japan. You know what? Japan actually might.
Where'd you play?
Japan. I placed Isotope.
Okay.
And I can't remember the other club's name, but I played Isotope. But Japan is such like it has such a special place in my heart. Obviously, I speak the language and stuff because I love it so much, and I mean, my aesthetic and stuff also. It's very, I feel like Korean and Japanese media is very intertwined in that way. We grow up with a lot of anime also as Korean children.
Yeah.
Well, also mostly because Japan colonized Korea at some point. But
Okay, yeah.
anyway,
No. Give these girls a history lesson,
well,
please.
yes, but
Yeah.
still, I do love a lot of things about Japanese culture. So, yeah, it's always inspired me.
Period. Yeah, no, same actually. I love Japan. I spent a lot of time in Japan. I don't know. I think the lifestyle in Japan is just brilliant to witness as an American because it's so far removed from what it's like for me.
It is, and you know what though? I don't think I can live there. That's the thing.
Me neither.
It's so fun to visit, and it is so organized, right? Everything is so organized and so clean and everything. But as a person who's in, and this is just generally Asian societies also, Korea does have this kind of system also, but everything is so rule based and everything fits into a place where it should be. For people or things that kind of stick outside of it, it can be hard to be there long term, just mentally. I've heard a lot about that with my queer friends, with my trans friends there. I feel like it is always a thing of like, oh, it's such an organized, like Lego like city that it's also kind of isolating as a person who maybe don't fit into it perfectly. But
Period.
I don't know, but still love to visit. Love the food there. Oh my god.
Yeah, the food is crazy.
The food is crazy.
Nightclub, I went out to a place called Zero.
Oh, went to Zero too.
Zero
Yeah.
was fun. It was like 4 stories.
I know.
So beautiful. It was like different vibes on each story.
And the last, like the most under like place is like almost like a rave, big
Yes.
screen. Yeah, no, crazy extra place.
We saw Yame online down there.
Oh, period.
Yeah, it was so good. It was such a Japanese moment. And I got okay, this is maybe a little after hours moment, but I had a love romance with the Japanese toilet in Zero
Oh my god.
at the bottom floor.
Okay, how was it?
It was beautiful. I was in there for like 20 minutes. Just, girl, all I can say
better
about those
work.
Japanese toilets, eaters. They're eaters, okay?
What is that? What's
They're
that?
robotic eaters.
Oh yeah. They're
Girl,
all robotic.
eat.
It's crazy.
They eat.
Uh-huh.
They eat it down. I was at the club. And I was like, I don't really want to talk to a guy right now, but I do want to get devoured.
Well,
what do I do?
yes.
And I was in the bathroom, and all of a sudden, I met my robotic lover. Girl.
That is crazy, but you know what? You better fucking work.
I was literally like, arigato.
Oh my god.
It was cool. I was like, damn.
It was so good. It turned you bilingual.
I'm literally,
Funny.
I was like, how do people not spend all the night in the bathroom having romance with the toilet? Anyway,
You better fucking work.
it was cute. And do you remember what the bathrooms looked like in that club too?
I don't think so.
It was like
no.
futuristic, like tile on every surface. Very
Japanese
it was
bathrooms
fun.
do be like that.
It was fun.
It's crazy.
Yeah, we could learn from the Japanese bathrooms for sure. Okay, so you're newly on hormones.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like you've had a lot of trans elders to like help guide you through this stuff? Like, do you feel like you have a lot of people to talk to?
Oh,
through
absolutely.
Drag and stuff.
Yeah, because I mean, even working in drag since I was very young, half the industry are like trans showgirls, trans elders that are there and has been doing it for a while. And of course they can be mean, but it's tough love. And I feel like I can always go talk to them, and I have those role model like people in Korea also. But ever since I started traveling to the States, I feel like I have a lot of friends who are like not even necessarily elders, but just has been transitioning for more than
A long
me.
time,
Yeah. So I feel like when I meet those kinds of girls, and even if they don't like actually give me advice, but just for them to acknowledge me and to acknowledge me as a doll and just kind of like let me be in their space. I feel like I feel that about you a lot also. Like LA's dolls have been so kind to me. And even now, I feel like my dumbass forgot to pack estrogen while I was coming to LA, and I was like, oh fuck, I don't want to be like, because I'm here for like 3 weeks, so I don't want to be not on hormones for like 3 whole weeks. So I posted on my close friends being like, hey, LA dolls, I need your help, and like 10 people messaged me, including you.
Yeah, of course.
I felt so taken care of. I was like, oh my god, I like sometimes feel like this is also kind of a baby trans thing when you're in this kind of a space. Also, it's a lot of big personalities, so it feels like you kind of have to, prove yourself sometimes. But I feel like you guys always so naturally like accept me into your space, and I've always loved that about the community and LA nightlife.
Me too. Yeah, the older dolls, they're mean, but you know what? It's good.
It is good.
The meaner your dolls that you're older, you're like, okay, if you're a younger girl, don't shy away from the older girls who are mean to you. If a girl is shady to you, literally, you need to become obsessed with her because she cares about you.
Also,
she's
learn
trying
to
to
be
get you
back.
together.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. You
Yeah.
know, she's trying to point, like, help you out. Believe it or not, like, when you're dealing with anyone who's been through trauma, they're going to be jaded. Like, and trans women go through hell. So the older we are, the meaner we get. And I feel like I'm still a pretty sweet girl, but I have to say it's the older women from my beginning of my transition who clocked me and got me together, you know, like got my delusions in order, and I thank them every day.
Oh, bitch, that's why I don't like slouch as much anymore, because one day those bitches told me, bitch, stop slouching. You look like a man.
Yes, girl.
And you know what, like, honestly, those girls have existed throughout, like, you know, my career or like my transition all the time too. And I feel like, I don't know, the best thing to do in that situation also is because, like, you have to realize this is also like a very long standing tradition of like dolls taking care of each other and like standing up for each other, because the world is so tough for like the girls that, like, if you don't toughen them up, I feel like they don't feel like they're gonna survive. So like I feel like it's also, even if it's not intentional, I feel like that's always what this shade culture and everything kind of built around.
Protection.
I feel like, yeah,
and
protection.
Yeah, love and protection.
You know, even the reading the down, and it's like, you know, oh, this makes you look clocky, this makes you look clocky. I feel like a lot of the times, especially back in the day, was their way of being like, girl, if you go out to the piers looking like this, you will get murdered.
You get hurt.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I feel like that is,
no,
you
it
know,
is. That's 100% it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I feel like at the end of the day, like, fix what needs to be fixed.
Yeah.
And learn to read back. I don't know. If you know how to read back, they'll respect you more.
What I think is interesting is now the world is evolving, and being a woman and female attributes we're looking at that with a whole new lens. And I think now we're like, I feel as a trans woman who's not necessarily like old, but I'm a millennial, I'm a trans millennial. I feel a responsibility to sort of help push us forward together by kind of I don't really harp too much on physicalities. Like, yes, if I had a trans girl who was looking to advice from me, would I tell her to get laser appointments? Fuck yeah. But I also would talk about what to me, what it truly means to be a woman, which I think is really changing to the world, and just like the art we're growing a deeper understanding of it. Like for me, and I think really everyone knows what I'm talking about here. Like, women have a certain energy. It's an energy. It's actually not as physical as we have.
Oh no, it's about how you carry yourself. For sure.
Yeah, it's an energy. It's a way of being, a way of existing, with deeper feeling and more, certain. Just it's a lot less. It's a lot more complicated.
Oh yeah.
Than put your back straight and make sure that you're wearing a wig. And I think it's so hard now for like older trans women, my generation trans women, and younger trans women to all sort of like
come together and connect
and figure out, okay, well, what is this really meaning to us?
Oh,
like,
yeah,
what are trans women gonna be like?
And that's why, hence all the discourse and the fighting. And I feel like that's been going on. I feel like especially now, but I feel like, I don't know, because as you said, I see trans girls sometimes pass better with just like a tank top, or like, you know what I mean, no makeup, their hair up. And it's really about like, and that's also different for a lot of people. I feel like that's not like the same for every single person. Like, what makes you feel like a woman, and what makes you present yourself in that way that like makes you feel gender euphoria and everything. So obviously I feel like there needs to be more discussion happening also.
Yeah, and that's a big reason why I started the show. And I think if you push past the physical, once you figure out your look, once you decide, okay, this is how I'm gonna do my zhush, this is what the woman looks like, then what? Then what's left of who you really are? Are you the type of person who understands sisterhood? Are you the type of person who could nurture? Are you the type who has the potential to nurture? Are you the type of person who, approaches situations with more empathy and stronger like wit and just survival skills. Because to me, as I've grown and transitioned physically, I've learned that's the type of womanhood that I've been like, that's the most important pursuit.
Yeah.
Like above all of the physicality of all the surgeries, like, yes, has it helped me get to that point as a woman? Yes. But I really truly think that the transitioning just doesn't stop physically, and I really want younger girls to work on their inner selves, like get therapy. I really strongly feel about this way. Like, we are crazy as fuck. We all
absolutely.
need therapy. Like, becoming a woman is really confusing and hard, and I think a lot of people feel unfulfilled in their womanhood because of XYZ. They don't have their straight trade they want, or they don't have the surgery they want. And when you finally decide for yourself, I know I'm a woman. I don't give a fuck about any of these other factors. Yeah. I know in my soul that I'm a woman. That's the type of transitioning that you really have
just
to
making
prioritize.
Peace with that fact will make you so much happier with your transition. And also making peace with that fact will actually give you energy to go further in your transition, because sometimes it really feels like you're stuck in a hole and you don't want to move forward just because it's like, what's the point? But like actually being happy and like being at peace with like who you are as a woman like makes you want to just like go forward with the transition. And I feel like that's the step that I'm trying to take right now. And like I feel like also with starting estrogen and everything, it's like that's a really important step that a lot of people like feel like gloss over. And I'm really trying to, I don't know, feel myself as a like girl and like kind of not step away because drag will always be there for me.
Yeah.
Like as a performer, I've had an amazing time. I'm still having an amazing time. Drag will not go away from me yet, but it's also been such my life and me as a person and me as a personality that I feel like I forget to take care of myself like outside of it. So that's what I'm trying to do now, because drag will always be there for me.
Yeah.
But what I am feeling right now is like if I take that all out, like if I stop doing drag tomorrow at the end of the day, am I still gonna feel like myself? And I'm like, what parts of myself am I gonna carry with me? So that's like what I'm asking right now. Sorry, I've got really deep. But
no, I love that. I feel like that's a lot of people could probably relate, and I'm happy to hear you're on that journey, and obviously very supportive.
Yeah.
So with the drag, you've done drag, you've competed, you've like gone on tour, you're probably going to do more. My curiosity is do you see? You don't have to have an answer for this because I understand that these things aren't easy to like come to understand or figure out, but do you see a future in the art world, like a future path in the art world, or are you still very much in your drag era?
Oh no, I'm actually like, this is such a transitional time for me because I'm trying to find myself outside of Dragula. No shade to Dragula at all, but I just want to, since I'm done with the tours and I'm done with my seasons and everything, I want to find more individuality as an artist outside of me as a guest or appearance in the show. I just started making music.
Oh my gosh, really? What kind?
So around a year and a half ago, I started learning production on Ableton because I was like, I've always wanted to perform with my own music. That's always been, I've always loved music and everything about it. I never had like training or anything, but if I started learning right now, I will get to a place someday where I'm happy to perform to my own music. And I had like literally just finished the first song I ever made like a year ago, and I performed to it in heaven, like heaven that we were at, and it felt so amazing because I guess just even if it's not perfect, like just performing to my written lyrics and the melody that I made and the instrumentals that I made, like I think it's a kind of individuality from my art that I was looking for a very long time. And I've always felt like, because I love drag and everything, but as I've said, like I've been just trying to find myself outside of drag as like an individual artist and a person, because drag can make you feel like you're in persona all the time and it's not actually you. You know what I mean? Even if that's not really the case.
I definitely know what you mean. as a adult film actress.
Exactly, as a performer of any kind.
Yes.
As a performer of any kind. So for me to kind of do that was very liberating for me. So I am trying to make more songs, and like I want to release soon.
Yay!
Like hopefully that'll be really
genre?
fun. I think the best way to describe it is like 9 Inch Nails meets like club electronic.
Ooh.
Meets like game boss music. I don't know.
Sounds right up my alley.
Yeah,
Sounds
so-
good. You gotta play it for us.
Oh my god, no,
Yes.
it's not mastered yet. I low-key was like so worried that it was gonna sound like shit on the speaker, but you know what though? The club speakers are very generous.
That, and I'll be honest, those, no shade, because you know I love Heaven, I love Lulo. That place's sound is not my favorite sound. I don't love
You know what?
the
It kind of works with the song that I have because it's very like industrial and like it has a lot of bug noises because I've always like, I mean, all my tattoos are bugs. I grew up in the mountains playing with bugs. My like whole thing is like I'm a bug princess.
Okay.
So a lot of bug noises in there, a lot of bug themes. So it kind of goes with everything because a lot of crunchy like dull sounds in there. So I'm very excited about that. My music journey. I'm gonna try to release the song that I just performed soon-ish. I'm like actually in LA to gather some funds for a music video I'm about to shoot. Maybe.
Yes.
Very excited about that. And I also want to do more because I make all my clothes.
Okay.
Not the one where I'm wearing right now. This is just something I got off the side of the street in Hong Kong. But,
I love it.
yeah, so I want to maybe actually start making clothes for other people. I know like Neo has given me a lot of advices throughout the years, and me designing for her brand is also kind of me stepping into that. I love designing clothes. Love making clothes. So that's also another thing that I'm investing on is I'm trying to maybe come out with my own line of clothes someday.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm trying to work on it from now so I can do it
Yes.
someday. So this is a very transitional time for me where I'm like kind of in a cocoon and like ready to burst out.
Right. Oh
with
my
new
god.
stuff.
Yes. I would love to see a clothing collection. Like Neo's is so inspirational, so
Oh,
good.
absolutely.
Like her shit is so fucking cool.
She inspired me to actually like be like, oh my god, maybe if like I want to own my own line too. Like,
She's doing something really cool right now.
oh, absolutely.
The fact that she wants to do like 4 dolls buy a doll clothing that's like with the goth aesthetic, I'm a big fan of what she's doing right now.
Oh, yeah.
I can't wait to see her grow with that, and I want to see what you do in your collections with her. Like I'm big supporter of the new 1997 movement and all of that. That's the name of the brand if y'all don't know. But
Thank you. No,
I
I
love
really
it.
appreciate that.
So do you think, and this is something I'm kind of always curious about really any goth or alternative type artist, do you feel like darkness and gothness is going to be an undercurrent in all of your art forever? Or do you feel like, do you see things morphing over time?
So I actually am also in a very transitional time period with this on my life right now, where always the really dark things that I've gone through in my life has inspired my art mostly. The shit that I've done on Dragula, for example, on season 4, my original season, for my finale performance, I did a performance and an outfit on my chemotherapy journey. And I read my chemo journal out loud on stage and I actually broke down crying, but that was like a very emotional moment for me. But like that, a lot of my art has always been inspired by kind of darkness that I went throughout my life. Whatever it is. And that also, I adore those pieces that I made. And that has been a way for me to also heal from those experiences. But it has also been like very, at times self-harming experience of like bringing these memories up to make art about it, and performing it is, you know, it's very vulnerable. Recently, I'm finding out that I don't have to, just because my aesthetic is very macabre, I don't have to dig into always the most negative of feelings. I can look towards the future and actually find things that I'm excited about and make art about that and have that be still goth and cunt and cool and punk. And I'm actually finding a lot of joy in that. So I'm really excited to like kind of make art in a new way from now on. It's still gonna look gross and buggy and horrible and industrial and everything, but still it's gonna have like I think a brightness to it that y'all haven't seen from me before.
I'm happy about that
Yeah.
because I love brightness. I also love darkness, and I think that, like, you know, 10 years ago when it was just me and Valeria clubbing, and she really was the only girl of all of us in back in Berlin doing that. And now I just love to see so many weird girls fucking bleaching their eyebrows and painting their teeth
Valeria's
black
so
and
cunt
wearing
too.
scaleras. Like, it just makes me so happy because I found it so cool, and I just think it's brilliant to see more people pop up with that style and like really take it to new places. I actually want to do, doing a music video soon too.
Yay!
And I want to do like a group of villains, 3 villains wearing like gothic Lolita, because I feel like
That's so good.
that's very villainous.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're kind of representing very like negativity. So that's what I thought. Yeah.
That'd be so cool. I also love when dolls lean into the alternative side of fashion. I always have loved it because as dolls, I feel like a lot of the times we can get scared with anything that is like, ooh, if this is too weird, maybe it'll, you know, be a little bit more obvious. But I feel like I don't know, because like it's hard to like be really brave, I feel like, when you have those thoughts in your head. But when dolls are so unafraid to go all the way with alternative weird fashion that sometimes it's not always for a specific reason and it's just to look cool, weird, and the most out there possible, I feel like that's so brave. And I'm definitely, you know, I mean, like Neo's doing that, like I feel like a lot with when she came out with that Scarlet bitch.
Yes.
I feel like that was like such a moment. And I don't know, I don't know, I feel like my drag aesthetic is so crazy looking and creature based that out of drag I always have been more like reserved, but I'm also like really having fun experimenting with my looks like outside of drag now too.
It's fun.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
it's very fun.
I bet. I was talking to Neo about this. I totally made my style. My style has been, first of all, I work with an amazing stylist, Mark Anthony George, and he really helped me with like getting my style more elevated. But it was very much born of my performing, my job, what I had to look like, and then also me wanting to kind of show my fearlessness and unique personality through like alternative looks. So that's why I feel like I've always been sort of the like a teeter between looking alt and like ho, and then like sometimes classy. Like I like to do,
but that's your style that you found though.
Yeah,
like, that's really cool because I feel like because I feel like it's such a traditional. I feel like it's such a traditionalist type of gatekeepy thing of like old fashioned where it's like, no, you have to go all the way or you're not alt. I disagree with that so completely because like it's such a spectrum, and whatever little crevice you find in the middle of it that you feel comfortable in and you feel cunt in, I feel like you have to embrace that and like go all the way with that.
Yes.
And I feel like, you know, there's never one correct way to do a look or a style or anything. So
no, I've like, learned to have fun with it.
They can eat your butt. Like, I'm sorry.
Absolutely, and they wish they could.
Well,
okay, so the future of your art. I'm excited to see more brightness. I'm excited to see more music, clothing, of course. I would love to collaborate on stuff sometime. It would be so much fun. Question. What's something you feel like your fans don't know about you that you want them to?
I mean, I feel like this is a very reality TV. This is a very reality TV answer, but I got on that season so young. And I feel so different. Imagine like yourself even as like a 23-year-old looking back at you as like an 18, 19-year-old. You feel like a completely different person. So I feel like a lot of the times, especially now, if the fans are getting into me watching a season that was filmed like 3-4 years ago, I'm like, what you saw and like the person who you fell in love with, which I appreciated for what it is such a different person from who I am now. So I want them to like genuinely like come to my page, and obviously it's like hard to gather who a person is actually from an Instagram page, but still like, you know, take a second to like realize that reality TV is reality TV, and also that person is so young, so much younger than who I am now. And I honestly, if they are listening to this podcast, that probably helps them a lot more to understand who I am now. I feel like I'm such a different person, so I want them to actually get into me as an artist with my line of work rather than like only by what is shown on TV, because I feel like that's such I've come a long way. I feel like that's what I have to say about that.
Period. Well, you certainly have. So dating, what do you like to date? Are you like, what, are you romantic?
I do, especially since I've been on estrogen. I feel like, I don't know, this is different for a lot of people, but I've been craving a lot more like intimacy and like dates, actual dates.
Yeah.
I feel like that's also something that has not been in my life all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I also I started doing sex work really early, like really like way too early too. So a lot of my first sexual and dating experiences had a lot to do with that.
Yeah.
So, and obviously, you know, having autonomy as a sex worker is an amazing thing. And I've come to like find that side of my experience later in life and actually find autonomy and power in that later. But I guess going through that way too early and not in the most opportune way, I guess. Now I'm trying to actually like also being on estrogen and kind of feeling more comfortable with myself outside of everything as a girl. I'm having fun just like going on like cutesy dates and shit.
Fun.
Yeah, no, it's like something very new for me. And
Do you date just boys, girls? Do you date everyone?
pretty much everyone. Like
Oh,
I've been on
cute.
dates with that's the thing. It's always such a shame because I've been with trans girls, I've been with trans boys, I've been with just like, you know, cis boys. Anytime I try anything with a cis girl, I go into like a dysphoric spiral. It's really bad. But maybe, you know what, I'm
Strictly
sure
dickly.
No, but
wait,
like,
can I say that thing?
not strictly dickly because I love trans boy pussy too.
Okay,
Like,
period.
Yeah.
Who doesn't?
But so it's like more of like me having to kind of compare my body when I'm naked with them on bed. But I'm sure I'll get over it because I'm attracted to everyone. But it's just something that I'm going through right now.
I hate the
think.
term strictly dickly.
Yeah, it's no,
so
it's not.
weird.
It is so weird. Because I really don't care.
I've never heard dickly used any other way than strictly dickly.
Yeah.
Like, dickly sounds like a wealthy white person's name.
Oh, yeah.
Like Dickley Rockefeller. Sir Dickley.
Not Sir Dickley.
Literally, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really
It sounds
does.
like
Ew.
Dickley.
Not Dickley.
Dickley,
No.
your
That sounds like
breakfast is ready.
That also sounds like the worst drag king name I've ever heard in my life.
Dickley.
Sir Dickley. I'm sure there's one out there. Shame on you.
It should be like strictly Dickley.
Strictly Dick. See, that's not better to me.
No, it's not. It's not. I hate that term, strictly
Yeah.
dickly. And it's always a straight girl being like, nope, I don't eat puss, strictly
Yeah,
dickly.
that's
Like
the
it's always the
thing.
same.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Like, I like everyone.
Me
but-
too. I'm the same way. I'm like, I have other priorities that don't have to do with the physicalities.
Yeah. Who cares about the genitals? Like, actually,
A lot of
though?
people do.
A lot of people do, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
they pay my bills, but I
Right.
just am like, I'm also like you. I'm the same way. I'm just like, I'm open to life. I don't really care.
Yeah.
Well, I'm like so happy I got to have you today. And I just wanted to ask if there's anything you wanted to plug, like anything you're doing in the future or where we can follow you, tell the fans.
Oh, yes, of course. I'm at Hoso Terratoma on everything. I usually update everything I do, maybe sometimes too much on my stories. So please follow me because I'll be updating my exciting new journeys. I'm going to probably be hopefully be releasing my first song ever soon with a music video if it goes well, and I'll also keep y'all updated on my socials about the clothing journey I'm probably going to be on real soon. So honestly, there's nothing really to plug because nothing has actually happened yet, but I'm just telling y'all it's going to be good.
Should we tell them to watch your season of Dragula or is it too embarrassing?
Y'all can watch. Obviously, you know what? No. Like, I'm on the season. I'm very proud
Which
of it.
season?
I'm on season 4 and the All-Star season Titans. I'm very proud of my work on both of the seasons. I'm very grateful for them. So do watch it, but just remember that person is very different from this person. Not that I'm embarrassed about that person. I'm just saying I'm very young in those seasons.
I'm like, what did you do on the show?
I really didn't. See, that's the thing. I went far. I did good. Sometimes had a little temper tantrums here and there, as like a fucking 19-year-old should.
That's diva.
Well, yes. So
What we
you know
want.
what? Go ahead and watch season. It's a key. It's a fun time.
Okay, I love it. Well, I'm gonna probably have to give it a rewatch because now I need to see the diva in action. And yeah, I'm just so glad that you came through. We're a part of the Gracie Jane show. It means the world to me.
It is my honor.
Aw.
It's such a fun time.
Love you, girl.
Love you.
Hands. Okay, and make sure you click subscribe. You know what to do. Like, comment, tell me what you thought. Go make sure you follow Hoso. Keep in touch. And yeah, check out the Patreon. I'll see you next week, bitches. Mwah. Bye.